Hey guys, super excited. We love being able to come and chit chat with you guys every week. Yeah, yeah. If you aren't catching this live and you're catching the replay, just say replay down in the comments. We appreciate that as well. And if you have questions and you're watching the replay, by all means, put your questions in the comments, and we'll try to come back and kind of get you caught up, up to speed. With that being said, there are so many changes happening with us when it comes to the Amazon platform and some of the other platforms. If you did not see, there were some changes to your affiliate dashboard on Amazon. The changes were in the look. When you go to the affiliate dashboard, you can now see, of course, your status, that whole silver, gold, platinum thing that is at the top. And you can click on it, of course, to see where you are. They changed the spacing of where it was. It also has those three lines up on the top right hand corner, and you click on that to be able to go and see all of the things, right? To be able to go to Creator University, to be able to check your reports and all of those things. So all of that is there. When you get the opportunity, go through, play around with it, check it out. There was something that came up and I wanted to share it because I was like, ooh, that looks interesting. It doesn't pertain to me because I am not that tech savvy. I am not. What I won't do is try to do something outside of my wheelhouse and get myself all stuck. We're not about to do that. Um, that part. And this update was for all, well, I checked a couple platforms, a couple different countries, I should say. And so from what I saw, it was across the board that they did the update. But when you click on the little hamburger, the little three lines, right? If you are in your um, associates account, then you're not going to see it. You're just going to see help. You're just going to see help. But if you go to your actual affiliate account, you switch it over, it's going to be a couple different things that come up. Are you guys seeing that? Have you seen it? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and that new video content page, we're going to talk about that too, because I saw a couple people that were like flustered about that one too. Stephanie said, I've seen this type of branded ad on Prime TV. Yep. And that part right there, Stephanie, we wonder how influencer videos and pictures will be utilized in that as well. We don't know for sure, but something to pay attention to. So if you look at that, it says home reports, storefront, tools, promotions, Creator University, account help, and then at the end is where you can change between your accounts, right? If you click on tools, there's something that came up that I was like, oh, what's that? Product advertising API. So apparently it says the product advertising API provides programmatic, I can read, uh, access for users to search and get detailed product information. Users can get detailed information, blah, blah, blah. It gives you a whole breakdown. But it tells you things to know before you start, and you have to request access to it. It is not just automatically given to you. So that's something for us to pay attention to. You have some kind of mile markers that you have to hit in order for you to be able to request access. Definitely something, again, we love, when we have other options when it comes to being able to market and to be able to post. That's something that came up. So just, again, pay attention to it. That part on your storefront. Now, the storefront, we know, has been changing. People have been frustrated because they've been changing and trying to figure out how to do the videos. We no longer have Inspire. So your videos on your page, that's where they are, but they're also on the product pages, some of them. And so they're still getting engagement. Some of you saw a big drop in your engagement when, you know, Inspire went away, but it didn't necessarily affect your conversion. And that's because we saw that with Inspire, a lot of people were getting views, they were getting likes and hearts, but they were not getting conversion. So you may have had a couple thousand views on one video, but you weren't really getting any conversion, or the conversion was very low in comparison to the view. So again, I think that was for a lot of people across the board, where they were seeing great numbers, but they weren't really seeing the conversion. We don't know for sure why it's no longer available. That's not something that we're privy to right now, if we'll ever be privy to it. But um, it definitely made a difference. Now, the actual storefront changes. At one point, you could see that they were kind of trying to figure out how they were going to do the landscape versus portrait mode videos, and how they were going to kind of finagle all that on the page. There's two separate versions. So when you look at it on your desktop or laptop, it looks one way, but now it's the square box with the video, you know, in it. If you look at it on the phone, it toggles between landscape and portrait, but it's one single stream for you to scroll through. So very different views depending on how you are viewing it. Another reason why I think that they got rid of Inspire is they're kind of testing out that view and that vantage point from your actual storefront. Why does this matter? This means that this is probably a really good time for you to make sure that you are sharing out that storefront link, or sharing out links to product videos and product pictures that are directly on your storefront. Let's see how they are utilizing this. Are they going to give us more engagement? Are they going to, like, how are they making these shifts in the background? We don't know until we test it out. So this may be the time for the next month or so where you're making sure the links are going directly to the videos and pictures on your product page, if you have not been doing that already. This is also a time where you may want to go and make sure you're doing those curated lists at the top. You're doing your idea list. Here's another cool thing that they did, which I don't know if it's a good thing or not, is you can now pin 8 items to your storefront instead of just the 4. So it looks different on different platforms. Of course, that means if anybody's coming to your page on mobile, they'll see those 8 things and scroll through those 8 things. So if you have your 8 most popular items, you may want to do that, right? Or 8 things that you're marketing for this month. That may be what you do. So that way, as soon as they come, they can see all 8 of those things that you talked about for this particular month or the month coming up. Again, we always talk about doing like a plan, not just doing it for a day or 2 or a week, but actually doing it for usually 90 days is the sweet spot, because you can actually see some of the ebbs and flows when it comes to you as the content creator and that particular product as well. So, how do y'all feel about tagging 8 things? Again, in the mobile, it kind of fits. I kind of can see it being a bonus for us. But in the laptop and desktop, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of wish that we still had our live stream on that front page of our storefront as well. That not being there, even though now you can click on live stream and see the last one, I still wish that that was on the front of the storefront as well. Um, duh, 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 duh. Yes. So we see Sandy said, I miss seeing the overall average view duration stats. You can only see it per video now. Very true. Um, David said, yeah, I thought it was odd right when I opened it, but I found stuff I needed to find okay. Yep. This is an important thing because Logi will be able to use it. In the future, by grabbing an API key, you'll have more superpowers in Logi to achieve more. So again, that's talking about the API piece that we talked about a little bit ago. On the video management, there is no total view counts anymore. That. Lamosity, that was me. Thumbnails on desktop now look horrible. Yeah, they were playing around with it because they were trying to figure out how to finagle it. I mean, and again, it's not set in stone because they're still playing around with him. So we don't know exactly what they're going to, like, where they're going to land with this. Um, but we also know that part of the reason they're doing it is because people were being janky. Yeah, they were. Uh, there was somebody posted in the group a page where all of their thumbnails is the exact same picture, is the exact same thing. It's not actually, it doesn't have the product, and then some of the videos didn't have a product. That's a whole other tangent for another day. But they were all the same thing. It was like all the pictures said what I think. And we were talking about, well, oh, they took away our titles. People were being janky with the titles. Like, y'all, I mean, we can't expect them to keep allowing us to do everything if people come in and they just tear up the whole thing, tear up the whole system. Stephanie said, I'm currently doing an idea list test as well. I am doing the same. Linking the same list to related off-site content. Good idea. Andrew said, my dashboard is currently broken. Oh no, they do not have the account switcher visible. Only thing in the top right is flag for language. So I cannot switch between on-site, off-site dashboards. Oh no. Oh, you mean in your affiliate dashboard? That's not good. Did you reach out? Did whoo. That's a problem. Have they given you any update about it? The Amazon storefront is not a big part of my strategy. And listen, that's it. That was the next thing I'm about to say. Changes there are of limited utility. So the reason why this was so significant is because if you're somebody, so I get a lot of traffic for my storefront. Everybody does not. And so if you're not somebody that gets a lot of traffic for your storefront, there's two ways that this can go for you. This could be your opportunity to say, well, let me start bringing people to the storefront to see how again, that 60 to 90 day period. Let me start bringing people to the storefront and see if that gives me a boost, or I don't care. And so it goes one of two ways for you, depending on what you're doing and what you find works best for you. We always, the firm foundation that we always build upon is, what is it that I already have? What can I give to this time-wise, financial? What do I already have? And let's build from there. Because if it's not something that is working for you, or not something that you've been utilizing, and you have something else that works better, stick with what works better. Like, it makes no sense to do a deep dive into something that is not doing you any justice. That part. um, let me go back because I did miss some other responses. Good. So, okay, sharing deep links. That's in the comments. You need to click on the hamburger menu. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, Andrew said they don't have the hamburger menu. He doesn't have it. Oh. I like that it's easier to filter and just see my shoppable photos. Very few of those have had any views. And my collages. I wish collages text was editable. I can not edible that part. I apparently made lots of typos when squinting at my phone when I created them. Very true. Very, very true. So here's the things. I saw for the collages, I haven't really seen any engagement on the collages. I have engagement on my photos, but not on my collages. So I have I don't know, I may even have some conversion on the photos. But again, my photos, it depends on the industry. Remember, we talked about finding your top 3 industries, top 3 to 5 industries, or categories, I should say, top 3 to 5 categories, and your top 3 to 5 products. Always knowing those is a game changer. But I know one of my top categories is fashion. Um, Even though, crazy thing, for the longest time, I had a lot of fashion brands that didn't want to work with me because I'm not like a smaller build and I'm not like tall. I'm little. I'm fun sized. And but the more I did content that had different clothing brands, I had more clothing brands reach out to me. So that's one of them, especially shoes, boots, clothes, coats, all of those things is starting to go up. There's some other categories that I decided that I'm not going to do any videos for anymore. Um, but again, it's because I see what's working and what's not working. If they won't show titles anymore, I wonder why we still need to input them before uploading the video. So they don't show titles on the storefront, but they do show titles uh, on a product page. I've still seen sometimes where they have the titles, especially when because remember they just updated what the carousel looks like, the bottom carousel. Some of you saw that there were some changes where now they have one of the videos were big. Well, it's because people couldn't really, they probably couldn't see the videos, or there may, again, there are some laws when it comes to how things look on your website to be able to accommodate those who have um, impeded visual. They have issues with when it comes to visual. So there are some things that they need to keep up with and kind of adjust and do. And I think that may have been one of those things to help, because the videos at the bottom, they stayed small. And so it was a little harder for people to see the videos at the bottom for some that were having issues. Visually impaired. I was trying to figure out the terminology for it. But yeah, they do still have the titles on, and that's a good response as well. Carrie said, so that way we can find the product video. That part, if you are scrolling through your products. Okay. So that was the storefront. That was dashboard. Now's the time to kind of look at those idea lists. They are marketing using idea lists. If you have not signed up for creator ads, that's something you may want to go into your affiliate dashboard and check out as well. Um, but they are marketing your photos. They are marketing your videos if you've given permission. I missed out on, I don't know how I missed out on it, but I missed out on the whole Instagram piece. I guess at some point I opted out. I don't know when I did, but I missed out on that whole piece. Super sad, but not really. Because I told y'all, IG has been funky. It do what it want to do over there. Um, Posting in your stories. Have you been posting in your stories? I will tell you this. When I post in my stories and I send it directly to my storefront, like the link is to that direct picture or that video in my storefront or on my storefront, I see an increase on my offsite. I do see the increase. I see the increase in views and I see the increase in conversion. Have you been posting in your stories on Instagram and Facebook? Because when you post on Instagram and Facebook, you can add the little link to both of those. Both of those, you can add a link and it takes them directly to that storefront. It's taken directly to that picture, that video. Some people do it directly to the actual product. It just depends on how you're marketing it. And when you're posting in your stories, are you tagging Amazon? Are you tagging Amazon? Ooh, David said, I have my YouTube videos going to Facebook and TikTok and Pinterest, but not really seeing much more traffic or sales. Really. Okay. And oh, there was something else. Hold on. I'm glad you said that too, David. You're awesome. There were some other things that came up that was pretty cool. Hold on. And it was it under the little hamburger. When you go to Creator University, I was looking through some of the things there, but if you, I think it was on this one. I scrolled down. No, it wasn't on this page. It must have been, it was on a different page then. I have to remember what page it was on. But when I scrolled down, they literally were saying, and here's how you can market on TikTok. Here's how you can market on Pinterest. Here's how you can market on it. And I was like, wait, when did that get there? Because we've been asking these questions for quite some time. Um, I said, oh, let me see. Was it under resources? Uh, but they actually have made some updates there, and they're giving us some kind of information. There's also some upcoming webinar information, and you can RSVP for the webinars. It's just like Associate 101, Influencer 101. There's upcoming stuff. So if you go to Creator Connections, you can see all of that good stuff. The info when we talked about merch on demand, that's on there. I mean, Creator University, not Creator Connections. So again, as the business, as a brand, go through and play with the buttons. That part. Go through, look through and see if there's something that you may have missed or something that may have been updated or uploaded that you can utilize, because it's all about what it is that you can use in order for you to make the most of this time, right? Get the best of this time. That part is really important. Now, also looking through the trends may make your head twitch. It may make your eye twitch a little bit. Because some of them are like they're like trends, but not really. Like, why is this a trend? But there's new electronics and stuff that are trending. Of course, everybody right now is talking about the translator earbuds and the translators. Um, there's stuff that's always like trending at certain times. So of course, like diapers and baby stuff, there's certain times that'll come up. Like I think right now would be like the spring break babies, or would be what's coming up right now. Yeah, like there's so many things. And I'm like, why is this trending? Why is that a thing? But I mean, to each his own. To each its own. So and then again, as the brand, we just take one day a week, even if you just take one day a week to go ahead and kind of get that, check through things, see what's going on, check your email, see if there's any emails that you've missed. That's what you check. When we look at this time of year, guys, this time of year, we're looking at spring cleaning. We're looking at wedding season, graduations, spring break, um, that part. We're also looking at uh, people starting to get ready for college. We know that, this is the time like revving up. We got Easter. So this is the time where they're kind of revving up for a bunch of different things. So this is also a time where you may see like the lull. Again, we saw that some people had low numbers right now. It may have, slowed down a bit, but the next couple months, it's going to be back to back to back to back to back things when it comes to what people are purchasing. So Michael said, where do we see the monthly views, other analytics we used to see on the upload page? So that part. I know some people were upset about this because they don't like looking at it on the phone. But, oh yes, and St. Patty's Day. Can't forget about that one. If you go to the Amazon app on your phone and you go to couple things. Of course, you can see the reporting if you click on reporting, if you go to your storefront, but you can also click on, hold on, because it's moving a little slow on my other phone, Creator Central. Now, it doesn't give you, it breaks it down a lot different, but that's where you'll see it in the Creator Central section, because it'll give you your total earnings. It'll also, that's also where we were telling people you can go and find your top 5 categories, as well as your top 5 products that have been selling for the last 30 days, or for month to date. And you can change the filter. It could be for the last 7 days, last 30 days, month to date, or last month. Now, that's how you can see it. They do still give you clicks over there. They give you shipped items, and of course your conversion rate. So that's where you can see it on your phone if you go to the app. If you are on, but if you are on Logi, when you go to your Logi dashboard, you can see it as well. Hey, Andrew just said it. See, this is why I love y'all. Andrew said, I love comparing the Amazon app to Logi for the top brands and products. That part. Stephanie said, I don't understand these conversion rates. Here's the thing. So, Stephanie, with the conversion rates that you're seeing on the app, I know some of them you're like, why is it so high? So, it's giving you the conversion rate for this month. The person may have clicked it and put it in their cart. They may have clicked it and put it in their cart before this month, but they purchased it this month. They may have put it in a Clark. I can talk. I promise I can. They may have put it in their cart on the 28th, but they bought it on the 1st because that's when they got paid. So sometimes that's why, because the conversion, because again, it's month to date. So it's not click. So for this month, it looks like you didn't have a click for it, but you got the conversion for it. That's just a analytics thing. It's not really something they can really, I mean, they can pinpoint it a little bit better, but it take a lot to do all that. So yeah, so it'll look like your conversion is like sky high, but it filters out if you look at it. Yeah, the cookie trackers. It filters out if you look at it over like the last 6 months. Because again, you might have had somebody, yeah. Did I hear you? I appreciate the explanation. Still don't understand it. Yeah, it's weird. It's pretty weird. But yeah, that's why your conversion can be. You'll see it and you'll be like, "Oh, my conversion is great." Well, I mean, your conversion is still good. We still love you. It's still good, but it just means when they clicked on it, it's not the same time when they bought it. Because remember, we talked about this last month with and mind you, TikTok is still not out of the clear. TikTok is still not out of the clear. We haven't gotten a clear indication of what's going on with TikTok yet. But when TikTok came back, a lot of the brands were doing really heavy discounts, sales, and coupons. And even on Amazon, there were a lot of sales and coupons, but on TikTok. So what people were doing is they were price matching. So they were clicking on the item on Amazon and then clicking on the item on TikTok and seeing which was a better option. Yeah. Yes, TikTok is back in the App Store. Hmm. People are super excited about that. But we still don't have a clear we still don't have a clear idea what they're going to do with that at all. Yeah, there were actually a lot of people that closed them. There were a lot of people that went to the new app. There are a lot of people that closed down their IG and their Facebook. There are people. It's so all over the place. It's hard to kind of um see like what's the average of what people are doing, because there's so many people doing so many different things. Like nobody, there's nobody coming together and all doing the same thing. Mm. Oh, that's interesting, Michael. Michael said he had a lot on being able to make commissions from product pages. Um, mm. And I'm wondering if part of that was because they were now at this is so okay, over time, I will say this because I know we're coming up to our time. Um, over time, there was a lot that happened, and we felt the fire from it. So there were brands that they got slapped the hand on the wrist, slapped on the hand, I should say, because they were doing a lot of janky Yankee things. And if we had videos connected to those brands, then we felt the fire from it. Um, there were companies that were doing some janky Yankee stuff behind the scenes when it came to paying influencers, and we got slapped. Like we felt the fire from it. Um, there were companies that were doing things that were outside of the terms of service for Amazon, but because nobody was reporting it, because they were getting paid, they didn't report any of it. So what happened was when Amazon went and did these updates and shifted things behind the scenes, it shifted all of these things. Things started coming out of the woodworks, and we felt the fire from it, unfortunately. So it was so many things, and we don't even get a clear, definitive explanation when something goes left behind the scenes. We kind of just come together and find like, okay, this is the commonality. So we're going to kind of see if that's what we're dealing with. But it's been a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot, which is why we always say going back, we got to paying attention to what brands we're working with versus the vendors, all of those things. Uh, there's a ton of brands and vendors that were removed from Amazon over the last year and a half, 2 years. A ton. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then too, there was some updates too, because I think some of us they were looking at, did you check where you were posting links or where your traffic was coming from? That was another one that like took people out, where we started getting notifications about it. Before we weren't getting notifications, we were just kind of getting shut down. Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. Ah, yeah, it's a lot. And that's why we always say understand where you are. When it's time to take a step back and say, okay, reevaluate some things. Is this what I want to continue to do? Do I have the financial means to continue to do this? Do I have the time to continue to do this? um where can I get answers? Who can I talk to? That's always the hardest piece, because we don't have direct people. We don't have direct reps that we can speak to when it comes to this program, and so it kind of leaves us hanging in the balance. And even when we see the new program that they initiated with the um, silver, gold, and platinum, we don't really see too much of a benefit of it being in one over the other. So it's like, okay, well, we just put that on the back burner. We're not really paying attention to that. It's not really a focus. Um, but that's also one of the reasons why I come into meetings like this or coming into a community like this, we're able to go ahead and kind of say, this is what's going on. Has anybody else seen this? Has anybody else dealt with this? Because we do know influencers who have had their accounts shut down, who have had their accounts open back up. So there may be something that they can, something that they can direct you on, something that they can give you information about that we can't give you information about at the moment because we haven't dealt with it. But if you haven't reached out to some of the bigger influencers in the community, the Lane, the David Utepia, David Peters, and connect with them, um, and see if they may have any insight about it as well. Andrew said the benefit of the new tiers is the ability to get invites to incentives. I'm an introvert. I don't necessarily want to be a part of all the incentives. I'm an introvert. Hence the reason why my family was all giving me the side eye, like, you're really going to go to the parade? And I did. Yeah. But and they do, there's supposed to be some extra things that we're supposed to get, but we haven't really seen, again, we haven't really seen the benefits. Oh, yeah. Latoya said, I'll take all of the incentives. I'm an extrovert. So, from what I shared today, is there any questions? We talked about that the new updates with the dashboard, the affiliate dashboard. Go back, kind of look through that, see if it's something that is good for you, something maybe not so good. Uh, we talked about some of the things that are going on. We also talked about some of the upcoming big shopping days. Uh, y'all know, again, this is end of the school year. You got spring break. So you'll see bathing suits and beach gear and all of that. You'll see graduation stuff. You'll see, we talked about bed sheets. I know that's a big one because coming from home, not everybody has twin sheets. But if they're going to a dorm, they'll need the twin sheets for their dorm bed, those type things. So you're starting to see some of those campaigns come up. Definitely a great opportunity to kind of lock into those. And we also see some things coming up with Logie. Yeah, Logie's doing some things. They made some changes to your dashboard. They also have some new brands that are coming through and some updates to some of the products that are available for extra stuff over there as well. So definitely, again, as the business and the brand, take a day and just kind of, go through and see what you can utilize, what works for you, as compared to what's just out there. Be careful. There are people out there that are spreading all types of stuff that's going to have you frustrated and angry and mad. Y'all, if we can't control it, then we can't spend that much time on it. We can't. Because, baby, you will be in a padded room. That part. And so I'm gonna say this because Andrew just said it in the comments, and I love that. We love that, Andrew. It says he said, "I know I'm a guy, but I do spring and summer dress idea list for you ladies every year, so the fashion lovers can see what's new. But also this, what do you like to see women in? Can I tell you? I saw a video, and the video went stupid viral because the man was talking about what's it called? Oh, I can't remember the name of the shirt. It's like a cutoff shirt that women wear with a sports bra when they're working out, and it's a long sleeve, but they do have them in short sleeve too, and it's become like really popular. And he was just talking about how he was like, "Oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. It's not even a crop top though. It has a name. Oh man, what's it? Wait, because I think I added it to one of my lists. Y'all know I added it to my list because I was like, oh, we need to see this. Let's see. Let me go to my list. Oh, please. I either added it to my list or no, I added it to my shopping cart. It's called a bolero. 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 If y'all don't know, I like music. It's called a bolero open front workout top. So, but I saw a guy do a video on it, and I mean, he was like, he was awestruck about this shirt. He was awestruck about this shirt. But the video went viral because, again, ladies are like, "Oh, is that what men gonna be looking at for? Let me go ahead and I told you I put it in my cart." People, oh, is that what men are looking for? Mind you, I don't go to a gym. I work out at home. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, y'all. I work out at home, but still knowing that that's something that's going to be trending because it's being talked about. Now, mind you, the comments went left, right, in every direction because there were some people bashing him that this is cringy. There were other people that were like, "Yeah, I love that top too." There were other people that were like, "Oh, I need to put that in my cart." So the comments went all over the place. But that is content. Doing a video and saying, "Hey, when how many years have the maxi dresses and now the muumuus been really popular because people have been giving their responses from the men's perspective about these dresses. The men have been talking about it, the summer dresses. And ladies, we can do the same thing. If you like a man that wears cufflinks, if you like right now, watches are all the thing. If you didn't watch the Super Bowl, I don't know what you were doing, and that's okay. But as a sports girly, watches, oh, they were talking about watches like crazy. So right now, you're seeing campaigns for watches go up. And even if they have an Apple Watch, you're seeing campaigns for the Apple Watch bands, like a ton of them. Why? Because everybody was talking about, they were talking about these 5 and 6 figure watches during the Super Bowl. The people that who had this watch on, what watch was Jalen wearing? What watch was this person wearing? Listen, don't do me like that, Andrew. I have an Apple Watch, and so I'm always doing watch band campaigns, and I just got a ton. I just got a bunch of different campaigns that came up for Apple Watches, and so I'm like going in. Hey, I do them because it works. Okay, so was there introvert? She says I am an introvert. Um, were there any other questions in the comments? But I love that you shared that, Andrew, because definitely it's a reason, it's a way for you to do product, well, do content, do it right back to that same list. Because you could say, hey, top 3 dresses you like to see, or the top dresses that you've seen people wear when going to the beach, or, any number of things. No, I don't see any more questions. You guys rocked it out. I appreciate you guys. I always love coming and talking to you guys on Friday. Don't forget, we are coming back. Well, not back to this link, but we're going to the Logie link at 2 p.m. Yeah. To be able to chit chat and talk. I don't know if Ahud is going to come off mute and tell us exactly what we're going to be talking about, or if he's just going to leave it as a surprise.
Maybe Ileane's gonna talk about it because she's the one to
That's
share what she's gonna
Ileane
do.
is doing the 2 p.m.
I'm here. I'm putting out fires at work though, too. So just so y'all know. So yeah, let's talk about some tools. Let's talk about some tools that we can use, and I think y'all will like hearing about them.
Great. So 2 o'clock, click on the Logie link. We love that the team posts amazing things. They post the link in the Logie group as well as in the Only Influencers group, I believe. So just check that out. Hit the link. It brings you right to the call. So see you all at 2 p.m. I appreciate y'all. And thank you so much, Emmy. We always love you being our MVP behind the scenes. Y'all have a great rest of your afternoon. See y'all at 2.